Hey, this is Wednesday, August 30th, and we're going to get into a nonfiction article about tattooing children and the joys and benefits thereof. Schedule change. We're not going to the library today. We're going to the library tomorrow because Globetrotters, snafu. And then NWEA, we're trying to help people finish that one. And then we do have a bellwork entry, so put that in there. August 30th, number 3. It's on the right-hand side of your notebook. There's the bellwork side. It's going to be called Ink Me Up. This does not affect you guys at home because you're not here for NWEA. Here's what the bellwork is. And so at home, you're going to have to read each one of these and then tell me why you agree or disagree. So on your page number 6, where you put this entry in, for numbers 1 through 4, don't just put agree or disagree. Don't be lazy, child. But you're going to have to go through and tell me why you agree or disagree. And for those of you who are playing the live version here, we're going to talk about it in a minute as the discussion bits come in. Grampy?
I have 2 for the last one because I have a reason for disagree and agree.
Yeah, me too.
I'm intrigued. Very well. Abby?
Why does it say read the following 5 statements?
Because I did 5 originally, and I didn't like my last one, so I cut it off, and then I forgot to go back and change it. On the next screen, I did change it, and then I forgot to change it on this one, so just pretend this one is a different screen.
Weren't we supposed to do more truth and lies too?
If we have time, that comes back to it. We get to keep pushing that farther back, so we get to come back to it, because that's a fun thing, and fun has nothing to do with school. So that's the way things work. Now, for this one, what I'm going to have you do is tell me by a show of hands whether you agree or disagree with each one. So those of you who wrote 2 options, you're going to have to pick which one you feel stronger about. So the first one, I would happily get a tattoo now if given the chance. Raise your hand if you agree. Raise your hand if you disagree. No judging. You be strong what your opinion is. It's because people outnumber you. They could all be wrong. 2, my parents would allow me to get a tattoo if I asked. Agree? Disagree? Just thought I'd check. 3, the government should not control what parents can do with their kids. Agree? Disagree? And 4, a junior high kid getting a permanent tattoo should be illegal. Agree? Disagree? Now, to throw a little wrench in some of y'all's plans, do realize 3 and 4 go together. If you said on number 3 that the government should not be able to control what parents do, then you can't say it's illegal, because that would be the government controlling, because the government gets to say what's illegal. So if you said that the government can't control us, you have to say, nope, it's perfectly legal. Tattoo the little babies up. And they should be good. As soon as that baby pops out and they're 2 months old, you go to big old fire flames on his chest. Be like, you go, baby. And then you can't control it, because that's how it works. But Mr. Brovicast, that's stupid. You said government can't control what parents do with it. But some people are stupid. No, a lot of people are stupid. So keep that in mind. So we're going to come back to this. But first, last night, I was reading my boring adulty article stuff, and I came across an article which had the headline of, Mom is arrested over 12-year-old daughter's tattoo. I was fascinated also. So I went clicky, and it turns out that there was a girl who was at the school dance, and her tattoo showed. She's 12 years old. Yup. So apparently that's bad. So let's take a look at that article. So I'm going to have you download it, and that's what inspired our conversation for today. And then we're going to go through, we're going to come to your discussion bits, but we're going to read the article first, and then do discussion bits from there. I'm going to read it out loud, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to say, read it by yourself, because that's boring for me. I like to read stuff with you, so I'm a melodic voice, kind of selfish. Also, you guys are aware of these things called opinions and facts? Mm-hmm. Just making sure. As we go through it, you're going to look for things called opinions and facts. Because at the end, I'm going to say, what were the opinions you found? What were the facts you found? It's time for learning. RJ?
Is it tattoos on minors?
Yeah.
Okay.
As opposed to my other tattoo article that's on there? That's a joke, there's only one. I was like, how many tattoos on minors? All the time. You'd be surprised how many there are. It takes a village to raise something here. We're getting there. That's our help. All right. What's up, Riley?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say about fact and opinion?
Just know the difference. As we're going through and reading it, see if you can find them. At the end, I'm going to ask you, what facts did you find? What opinions you found? So you don't have to write them out just as you're reading it. Ooh, if you're one of those smart kids who downloaded the app that allows you to like download PDFs and write on them, you could do little scribbly things and help yourself out. But you know, that's responsible kids. We know you guys are different, so it's okay. All right, the article. Mom arrested over 12-year-old daughter's tattoo. By the way, apparently this just happened because it was just popped up in the news. Pretty exciting stuff. The mother of a 12-year-old girl has been arrested after a Jesus Loves tattoo was spotted on her daughter's shoulder. If you scroll to the bottom of the article, they have like a drawing of what it looks like. I don't know if that's the actual tattoo, but that was like what someone described it to look like. There's like a little tattoo picture on there. The tattoo, which also featured a blue-green cross, was seen by a 5th grade teacher at Arnco Sargent Elementary in Newnham, Georgia, during a school dance when the girl wore a strapless dress, according to 11 Alive Atlanta, the news station. The teacher called the police to report it. Each of the parents had a different story, and it boiled down to, frankly, just finger-pointing. Lieutenant Jason Fettner of the blah-blah-blah sheriff's blah-blah-blah told the news station. The girl originally told authorities that her father forced her to get the tattoo, and that it angered her mother. Later, the girl reportedly changed her story to say she had wanted to get the tattoo. The father, meanwhile, told authorities that his daughter had gotten the tattoo at a Super Bowl party. This was confirmed by a video of tattoo artist Brenda Gaddy tattooing several people there, including a number of minors, said Fettner. It's difficult to imagine how, as a parent, you think it's appropriate to supervise or allow someone to give your child a tattoo at that age. Gaddy was arrested along with the girl's mom, Emmy Nolan, 35, who is charged with being a party to a crime. I think it's unfortunate in that the child actually wanted to get the tattoo, said Fettner, the sheriff. It's not like the child was forced to get the tattoo. I think it just comes down to bad parenting. The story of the Jesus Loves tat sparked controversy on Facebook, where the news station posted its report on Tuesday morning. Although tattooing minors is illegal in the state of Georgia, and laws vary by state, I looked up Indiana's in case you're curious, you can get a tattoo underage if you're 16, but your parents have to be there and sign a release. Under 16, it's illegal for you to get tatted up no matter what, for those of you who are making your life plans. The Post asked its readers, are tattoos under the age of 18 appropriate? We're asking because a mom was charged after her 5th grader got this tattoo at a Super Bowl party. Some answered in black and white terms, including one woman who noted, the point of it being appropriate or not is not the issue. It's against the law. There are some things that people just have to wait on. There is a consequence to the action of allowing the child to do it, and the artist for doing it. Another said this, under 18 is not acceptable. Kids are impulsive and unable to make proper decisions on their own. Just look at how ugly that tattoo is. She's going to regret it later. The mother should be charged. That's irresponsible parenting. And another commenter said, at that age, no way. I was in my mid-20s when I got my first tattoo, and I'm glad I waited that long. Knew of someone that would do tattoos for kids when I was a teenager, but never had the guts to do it. If I had, I would have been stuck forever with something silly and could have gotten a nasty infection. But others had more surprising reactions. It is perfectly legal and socially acceptable for mothers to abort their children, but it's illegal and socially unacceptable for mothers to get their child a tattoo? How does that make sense? Finally, though, was the comment from a mother who said her own 15-year-old had just decided to get a tattoo to honor his recently deceased father. So don't judge people, she wrote, because you never know what their story is. That was the article. Before we get back to the bell work, thoughts on the article in general before I get to any of my babbly things? Sri Lanka?
The person who wrote the article supported, gave the facts for both sides of the argument.
Ooh. So you're saying there's no bias?
No.
Okay.
But he just stated all the facts.
He did. Now given, well, when you say all the facts, what facts do we have in the story then? Harper?
That the mom was arrested.
Yes. Hang on,
That
time out. Morgan, you're going to download this article as we're going to talk about tattooing babies and why the foot's fun. All right, keep going.
the mom was
Arrested, yes.
A news report. They got it done at a Super Bowl party.
Yes. Ooh, speaking of which, do you guys know when Super Bowl parties happen?
At the Super Bowl.
When is that?
I don't know.
February.
February. What month is it now? So how long did she go with no one noticing she had this tattoo?
A while.
Oh my gosh.
6 months.
Thank you. I was looking for an actual number, Brady. Well done. 6 months. That requires my use of finger. So from February to August, she went all summer and the end of school, all of like the second semester and all summer without anyone noticing she had this tattoo. That's just a random thing I happened to notice as I was going through there. I was like, how does no one notice this before? But I'm guessing that no one noticed because it said she wore a strapless dress. I'm guessing it's back area maybe, and probably not like on her arm where she's like, she probably had to wear shirts during school. But you'd think in the summertime someone would notice her ink on
Like
there.
when you're swimming.
That would be my thought too, but maybe where she's going swimming, people are like, Brad, tat, yo. So I don't know how we're, and she's in Atlanta where it's hot like all the time. That's why it's called Hotlanta. So I have no idea how that would work out. But, so she gets arrested. How old is the girl? What is the mom? Ooh, who else gets arrested too? The tattoo artist, because apparently it's illegal to ink up babies. Then, do we have any other facts that are big ones that are in there? All right.
The mom is 35.
The mom is 35, which should be legally old enough to know better. Brush.
And she said that the dad forced her to, but then she lied.
True. Ooh. Does that have a name on it? Sweet. We'll find out if it is in just a moment. So yeah, she does sort of, which I thought was interesting because who gets arrested? And then the mom gets arrested, but originally she was like saying the dad forced her to do it, but then apparently the dad doesn't get arrested at all because yay dads. But that thing I noticed too. Riley?
Okay, 2 things. Number 1, another fact is her tattoo said Jesus loves on it.
It does.
The second question is what happened to the little girl? Like, what are they going to do? Like, is she going to get punished at all?
That is a solid question. And my guess is not, well, she doesn't get punished or arrested because the joy of being 12 is you're too stupid to really, too young to worry about those things. What her issue may be is if the things happen, they may do CPS where they take her out of the home. If they're like, your parents have really bad issues, and then they can take her out of the home and put her somewhere else with like parents that don't tattoo babies. But she wouldn't get punished, so to speak, but it might be the fallout from it being that now her parents can't have her around. I don't know for sure. That's why we have these wonderful things called lawyers and judges and courts and fees. Hollyhock.
There was a video, and it included a number of other minors.
Which also, yeah, so I'm guessing that it's probably raining other issues too on that one because, once again, things we've learned from here, when you do stupid stuff, don't record it because it's going to come back and affect you as legally binding. Lily.
She had a 15-year-old sibling that had got a tattoo too.
Oh, she did? I missed that one?
No, that was just one of the.
I'm like, what? I missed that. But no, that was the other person that in the comments because they posted it online and this one else. But yes, they talked about another 15-year-old who got it because of a dead parent. Zoe.
Is there some way to get a tattoo removed?
Yes.
Like,
It's
is it
extremely
like-
painful.
It is, but what it does is it, one, takes a long time. It's not perfect. It fades it. And it uses a laser to sort of like make your skin, like when you get like a sunburn and then skin flakes off and sunburn and the skin flakes off. So what it does is it makes it so it's not nearly as noticeable. But 1, it's not cheap, and 2, it's not perfect. And I'm guessing they might not have a lot of money because that was not necessarily the highest quality tattoo. Yes, Harper.
Beth Greenfield wrote the story.
Oh, well done on that one. Although it's not really a fact in the story. I'm going to serve it right back to you.
What I'm confused about is
Wait,
if she,
there's so much I'm confused about, but just one thing I'm pretty impressed. Go ahead.
if she's like hidden that for so long and then she goes to a school dance in a strapless top, first of all, isn't that against the dress code? And second of all, why would she show her tattoo after hiding it?
1, different schools have different dress codes. Maybe it was like a fancy dance where like you could dress up fancy-wise and go to it. Maybe it was like lower on the back. I don't know where her tattooing bit was, but maybe it's like she thought, it's going to stay covered. Or maybe it was like, I've gone 6 months and no one cares. It's time to bust out my ink. I don't know. I've not talked to me 12-year-olds with ink, so I don't know their thinking. Abby?
The tattoo had a blue-green cross.
It did. Well done again. How about opinions then? If we've covered the fact there's facts on both sides, Do we have a, you seem eager on opinions, Abby? Yes.
Okay. One of the people said that under 18 is not acceptable.
Nicely done. That would be an opinion, because apparently in Indiana, you can be 16 and get yourself inked. Riley?
Okay, so another person said that at that age, no way, I was, that.
Gotcha, the fact that they're talking, well, I think it's iffy. Is that an opinion? Yeah, because I guess they're talking about themselves. They're not talking about someone else. That would work. Hollyhock?
One user said, just look at how ugly that tattoo is.
And that definitely sounds judgy, and as we know, judgy is an opinion.
Or Mr. Brovicast could call you Jude.
What?
Or Mr. Brovicast could call you Jude.
That would be very true. That would be embarrassing for someone. Harper!
Another person said under 18 is not acceptable.
Did we just do that one?
I said that.
Then I wasn't paying attention.
Still an opinion, has not changed from the last time it was an opinion. Ashley?
Some person said, it comes down to bad parenting.
And that, once again, is an opinion. Maybe someone else thinks that's really good parenting to mark your child early so that you know that they love Jesus forever. Because maybe they're going to forget. They're like, oh, no, he still loves. And that's why it's on there. Yeah?
It says kids are impulsive and unable to make proper decisions.
That's a fact. That is fact. So many levels of fact. It's an opinion, you think that's an opinion, but the fact that kids are impulsive and stupid, that's a fact. Yeah, that's probably an opinion. But I disagree with it being an opinion, because I'm pretty sure it can be proven scientifically a number of times.
So your opinion about the opinion
Makes it a fact.
opinion.
Yeah, because I have a whole pile of yellow sheets over there that I can use as scientific evidence that kids are stupid. So that's where I think I have my proof. This question. Was there anything that surprised you in the article as we went through and read it in general that made you do the whole, ha, how about that one? No, you weren't surprised at all. Just saw it all coming. That scared me also. Riley?
Okay, it really confused me how this one user wrote that his, her 15-year-old had just gotten a tattoo, and he's 15, so that's not.
But he had a good reason. And what was his reasoning?
Well, he had a good reason, but it's still not legal.
True, but
And then she posted it on the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's something illegal.
Yeah,
Well-
she didn't get arrested.
That's not a good idea.
part of it also is it depends on where you are. Maybe it's legal where she is.
But
And
if
so
it was on the site, that was the Atlanta site.
you would think, but I was able, because once it went national, I found it, and I'm in Indiana, and I could have posted on there too, and be like, I tat up babies all the time. So we don't know for sure, but yeah, so that would be a little surprising. But once again, I mean, they had good reason for it. Judge?
Judge.
Your Honor. Sorry, I did not mean to address you so formally. How embarrassing.
So I think that it was just a stupid idea in general. Like, she's practically giving out that
You're going back to Riley's information about the...
she's like, hey, I just got a tattoo, and I'm gonna post this video out there so that everyone can see it. And like,
You'd be surprised how often, that's one of the great things about kids, is almost anytime they do something dumb and illegal, they want to record it, especially nowadays, and then post it. How many times I have past students who have gotten in trouble because they have posted things to Snapchat and Instagram and online, or even YouTube, and then we get sent the links, you should watch this video, and it gets brought in like, yup, that kid's an idiot, because apparently it's like, it's not really stupid if you don't record it. Lily?
The fact that her mom was there when she got the
Yeah, I thought that too. I mean, you can't really commit to your stupidity even as a parent, but the fact that the mom was there and cheering it on, and stuff like that. And apparently the mom did not regret it whatsoever. RJ?
Kind of the fact that it could, they said a Super Bowl party, so it could have been like 5 years ago with the 49ers and Ravens.
That's even scarier. Sure, we don't necessarily know which Super Bowl party it was. Maybe she was a baby, and maybe it started off as just a little tattoo of Jesus loves. And as she got bigger, it just expanded. And it was like, I had no idea it was going to get so big. And that perfectly makes sense. Zoe?
I'm surprised that the dad didn't get in any trouble.
I was on that one too. But maybe if he wasn't there, and maybe the mom is maybe the mom's in the video like cheering him on. But yeah, or maybe just dads shouldn't get in trouble, and that's our takeaway from this. Is just dads are lovely people that should be avoided when we have
Dad should have
legal
immunity to law.
issues. Sherleka?
I was surprised how like they changed this. Like at first they said one thing, like the father and the mother and the girl, and then they changed it.
You're surprised that when people make poor choices, they lie to cover things?
Yeah.
It's going to be a long year, Shreleka.
She probably doesn't like her dad.
Thank you for actually learning with me today about why we should not tattoo babies. I look forward to seeing how things go in the future. Those of you who just came in, we recorded a lovely video for you, so make sure you watch it. It's all kinds of wonderful. And then we'll get you a chance to finish tomorrow. All right.